Alrighty, I think we are all here. Thank you for being here, everybody. So we're gonna practice a little slow flow this morning, and if you're not there already, finding yourself lying on your back in a comfortable position. You could choose to lie back on a bolster so that you could allow your chest to open, but you could also just lie on the ground, so you don't have to use the prop. And then we'll take a few breaths here to settle in. So you're transitioning from your morning, from whatever's been going on so far, to your mat. Take a nice slow inhale through your nose. Pull the breath in. Send the breath all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. Feel your belly and everything lift and expand. Hold your breath. And then open your mouth and exhale. We'll take two more like that. Inhale through your nose. Nice, smooth, steady inhale. See if you can expand your ribs. Feel like you're blowing up a balloon on the inside of your body. Once you feel like you're full of air, take another sip. Make sure you're at maximum capacity. And then open up your mouth and exhale. Take one more breath. Inhale through your nose. So smooth this breath. See if you can smooth out those jagged edges, any catches that you notice. See if you can bring the breath into every single cell. So you're stretching your body with this inhale all the way. Fill up. And then open your mouth and exhale. Release the breath. And as you release the breath from your body, allow your body to sink down into the ground. So this transition, this mental shift from your morning, whatever you've been planning in your day, whatever you're trying to achieve, and bringing the awareness, just like a laser beam, down into your body. So for this next hour, this slow flow that we're practicing together, you'll really get a feeling for the sensation that you're experiencing. So as we move through the postures, very intentionally, we'll take a little longer in each pose. This allows you to really explore the sensation that the posture creates. And then when you release, you're just allowing yourself to notice the effects. So this yoga practice, more than anything else, is just an opportunity to practice fine-tuning your awareness, to practice being a little more present, and enjoying your body for just at least an hour of your day. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, something to focus your energy towards, dedicate your effort to, we'll just lay here for a few more moments. You can cultivate your intention as you inhale and exhale. So as you inhale, imagine inviting that intention into your day. And as you exhale, imagine letting go of anything maybe not standing in your way. And as you breathe, just relax deeper and deeper into the shape. So whether you are lying back on a support or not, this posture invites a sort of openness across the chest. So most of our day, especially if we're sitting more than we normally do, kind of in this rounded forward shape. So your shoulders kind of roll towards each other, your chin draping down. So the muscles on the front side of your body tend to get shortened and tightened. And then the muscles along the back side of your body tend to get a little longer and maybe a little weaker. So yoga practice is a really wonderful way to allow your body to move in the opposite direction. So you're balancing out these muscles, these ligaments, inviting full range of motion into the spine and allowing for strong muscles on both sides. And then also in this shape, just maybe a little bit of a vulnerable posture. So your chest, you're normally a closed area of the body, so you just feel here the sensation of opening up. Let's take 3 more breaths. Inhale through your nose, nice and slow, nice and steady. And as you exhale through your nose, see if you can find a gentle constriction at the back of your throat. Keeping that constriction, inhale through your nose, so noticing that vibration. And exhaling through your nose, so same thing, it kind of creates the sound of the ocean. So definitely make sure that you can hear your own breath. This breath is audible, it's purposeful, it's intentional. And if you lose your connection with your breath, no problem. Just if you're holding your breath or if you're struggling to breathe, just take a little rest. You can always join back when you're ready. And then slowly rolling over to one side, just rolling off of your bolster. Take your time. You can rest on your side. Allow your head to come to your bicep. And pausing there. You can press your hands on the ground and lift your chest, coming up into a comfortable seat. Alrighty, so few options with your seat. Sitting cross-legged in comfortable seat. If your legs are up really high, it might be helpful to sit up on something. Also, if you're noticing that's really painful, so this just allows more space across the front of the hips. So this might feel a lot better for you. So go ahead and try this out. And if this is still really uncomfortable for your knees, you can take hero's pose, sitting on a bolster or maybe several bolsters, and then finding your shins. So you want to give yourself enough cushion to take the pressure off of the joint. So go ahead and find the most comfortable seat for you. And if you need to take a couple of moments to figure that out, no problem. And then once you have your seat, noticing your sit bones. So you'll try to kind of root those down into the base of your posture. Notice if you're pitching to one side or the other, try to even out the weight across your seat. And just allow your hands to rest on your lap, allowing your palms to face down for a sensation of grounding. Or you could allow your palms to face up. And as you ground down through the base of your posture, you want to lengthen your spine so you're lifting your chest. Imagine the space between the top of your hips and your lower ribs is getting longer. So you're pulling those 2 points apart. Stretching the top of your head towards the ceiling. Chin about parallel to the ground. Notice the length and the lift through your spine, through the top of your head, and at the same time that you're grounding down. Take a nice big breath in through your nose. Smooth breath out. Bring your hands back together at your chest, Anjali Mudra, the mudra for balance. If you'd like to come back to your intention, take a nice big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. This time sealing your intention, Ujjayi, inhale. And Ujjayi, exhale. Slowly flutter your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Take a moment here. You can press your palms together if you like. If that's a little too much on your shoulders this early, you can keep your arms shoulder width. Shrug your shoulders down as you reach your fingers up so your arms are engaged. There's no bend in your elbows. Keep your seat rooted to the ground as you lift your chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. So bring your right hand to your left knee. Tense your fingertips, your right fingertips behind you, and lift your chest. Once you find the length in your spine, take your gaze over your right shoulder as much as your neck allows. So we're still warming up. You don't have to crank yourself too deep into the twist. Do pull your belly button in. Continuously lift your chest. So if you notice that your spine is rounding in the twist, see if you can pull your chest forward away from that rounding. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, reach your arms back to center, lengthen through your fingertips. Nice, yes. Make sure your ribs are knit in, your spine is nice and stacked. Exhale to the other side. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Tense your left fingertips behind you, so pull the length into your spine first. Get tall. And then look over your left shoulder. If you notice that your body follows your eyes, so if you want to twist more, just look back a little bit deeper. You might even notice a stretch to the back of your eye, getting a little traction to your ocular nerve. Inhale to reach your arms back up, lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, eagle arm. So option 2, bring your right arm underneath your elbow. You could grab for opposite shoulders here. This is a great compression posture right away. If you want a little more, cross your wrists as well. You're facing your thumbs towards you and your pinky fingers away from you. So check that out, and if that's too much, you can go back to your shoulders. We'll create a little heat into the core and start to warm up your spine. Inhale, lift your elbows, gentle back bend. You can lift your chin, lift your gaze. Make sure you're breathing here. Oftentimes we hold the breath as we back bend. And then keeping your belly button pulled in to protect your spine. Take a big breath in. Exhale, round. So bring your elbows towards your belly button, chin to chest. Feel that length on the back side of your body. 2 more. Inhale, lift your elbows, so lengthen as you lift and arch your body back. Exhale, curl it in, belly to spine, round, squeeze it in. 1 more time. Inhale, reach your elbows up. See if you can feel that nice stretch through the shoulder girdle. And then exhale, squeeze it in. So finding that warming, that contraction through the abdominal wall. Inhale to unwind your arms, stretch your arms up over your head. Exhale, side bend to the right. Bring your right hand down, reach your left arm high up and over. Check out your left hip. Your left hip wants to follow your arm, so you gotta roll your seat down so that your seat stays even on the ground. See if you can look up under your shoulder, getting a nice big opening to the whole left side body. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Next, inhale, arms come up over your head. If you can, so this is going to require some core work, without bringing your arms to the ground, see if you can switch out your legs. Yeah. So then we're just getting a little opposite compression, just switching it up a little bit. Now this time, eagle on the left. So bring your left arm underneath your right. Remember, shoulders are a great option, or you can cross at your wrists and try to grab for your palms. Thumbs facing towards you, pinky fingers facing away. Inhale, reach your elbows up, lift your chest. Exhale, squeeze it in, belly to spine, curl it in. Just 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round, squeeze, curl your spine. Last one, just go slow so you can feel all those little muscles contracting. Backside body flexes. Exhale, round. Now your front side body is contracting. This time, inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Find some length in your torso. Exhale, side bend to the left. So take your left hand down and reach your right arm over. Nice, Jen. Yeah, beautiful, Mom. Gorgeous. So finding your gaze up at the ceiling. You could also look down at the ground, no problem. Keep your right hip rooted. So you might need to put a little more weight into the right hip. Feeling all of those tissues stretch on the right side. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale to reach your arms up over your head, lengthen. Now interlace your hands. Just grab the back of your head and allow the weight of your head to do the work here. So you're finding a bit of a back bend. Elbows stretch out a little more to the side. Feel that nice opening through your armpits, your triceps, your chest. Make sure you're breathing. One more round. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your torso back to neutral. Hands come to your knees. Tuck your chin and just lengthen the back side. So just a little counter pose if you want to wiggle your shoulders side to side. So you might feel into the shoulder girdles. We've done a little work there. Then allow your hands to rest on your lap. And before we do anything else, just feel the effects, all that movement you did. You move the spine in all 4 directions. You move through the arms. Got a little work into the abdominals. So notice if you feel any tingling, any sensation of maybe blood flow returning. Maybe you notice your heartbeat or your breath. One more full breath in. And full breath out. So if you're in hero's pose, stay there. If you're cross-legged, come with me. We're going to come to the back of the mat, sitting on your heels. So if it's too much to sit on your heels like this, you can use support or you can come up to your shins. We're not going to stay in heroes too long. We're just going to move through a few floor salutations. So if you're in hero's pose, sitting on your heels, or you can stand up on your shins. Just pause here, closing down your eyes. Come back to your intention. And slowly flutter your eyes open. Inhale, come up to standing on your shins and reach your arms up over your head. You might bring your knees right underneath your hips here. And if your knees feel like this is too much, you can fold your mat in half and bring your knees to a double mat. So that could be a good trick to do. So knees are right underneath your hips. You want to squeeze your glutes so that you can send energy down through your thighs. Pinky fingers spin in towards each other to shrug your shoulders down. Then check out your ribs. If you notice that your ribs are kind of billowing out, see if you can knit them in. You want to keep your spine nice and stacked here. So keep your hips pointed towards the front of the room. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Bring your right arm back and your left arm forward. Check out your hips. Notice that your left hip wants to pull forward. You got to pull it back in line so that your hips are still even to each other. You're just twisting your torso here. Stretch your arms away from each other a little bit more. Take another full round of breath. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head. So feel your stable, neutral position first. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. So hips stay pointed forward. Left arm back, right arm forward. And you might need to wrangle your right hip back in line. This takes a lot of core work and hip strength. So this whole kind of central part of your body has to stay really engaged so that you can twist your spine. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, fingers facing down, thumbs facing out. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, lift your chest, and then as you look up, arch your body back. This doesn't have to be a huge back bend. In the first round, we'll stay here for a breath or two. So if you want to go into the full camel, you can grab for your heels, right hand to your right heel, left hand to your left heel. Or you could just stay in the upright position. Just one more round of breath. And if you came into the full expression, slowly bring yourself out. Bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, arms by your side. Just allow your spine to be neutral. Look forward at the top of your mat. Bring your hands to the top of your mat for melting heart. So hands are shoulder width apart. Hips stay up above your knees, yeah, and then bring your forehead to the ground. So forehead down. If it's in your practice, you could bring your chin to the ground. This allows you to get your chest a little closer to the floor. But it's still early, we're still warming up. Just be gentle with yourself here. Fingertips forward, stretching your hips back. You'll feel some tractioning of the spine. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, come forward onto your belly for cobra pose. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Option to press your legs together like a cobra tail or keep your feet hip width distance. Press your feet down no matter what, so much that you feel your kneecaps lift. Exhale your breath completely. Inhale, lift your chest. So peel your chest forward, out, and up. There's a lengthening, there's an extension into the back bend. Check out your elbows, pull them in, and then slide them down towards your hips. Maybe you find yourself a little bit taller in your spine here. So pulling your chest forward, make sure you're breathing, and keep pressing your feet down. I like to look down, but if you want to increase the back bend and bring the rounding into the neck, you could lift your gaze. So it just depends on you. Little to no weight in the hands. You're using your back strength, your low back strength, and your legs to lift. Come up one more time. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Stack your hands on top of each other and bring the back of your head to the back of your hands. Toes come towards each other, heels fall out to the side. Just allow your body to rest here. Let your belly get nice and soft so that your organs can spread out. Relax your shoulders. And I love the sensation of lying on the floor. You're really able to kind of feel your heartbeat. You're able to notice that quickness of the breath. And see if you can slow down your breath. Notice how that slows down your heartbeat. Reach your arms forward, palms facing up, hands to offering. It's coming back to your intention, thinking of something you'd like to offer to your day. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself back to child's pose, hips to heels. If child's pose is too much on your knees, you can keep your hips up, no problem. And just rest here for a breath or two. Feeling the length through your side waist. Nice and long through the spine. Fingertips walk a little more forward. Hips stretching back. And then walking your hands back to your knees, coming up into hero's pose. We're just going to move through that whole thing one more time. For kneeling mountain, reach your arms up over your head. Keep your hips pointed forward. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Yeah, you got it. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, supported camel. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows together, lift your chest, arch back. Stay here for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, melting heart. Easy does it. Hands come forward, forehead to the ground. Stay here for a full round of breath. Allow your chest to drape down towards the floor. Inhale, look towards your hands. Exhale, slither forward onto your belly, coming into cobra pose. Legs together or not, press your feet down. Hands under your shoulders. Exhale your breath. Inhale, lift your chest. We'll pause and breathe. Keep your elbows tight. Make sure you're breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Hands come forward. Hands to offering. Let it go. Full breath in. Full breath out. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back to child's pose. Hips to heels, hands forward. Stretch your fingers forward, reach your hips back. And then shifting forward into tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Try to get nice and strong here. So you're trying to wrap your skin towards your muscle and then squeeze your muscle towards your bone. So everything's kind of pulling towards the midline here. Belly button squeezes in. Yeah, looks good. Great, nice. Top of your head stretching towards the top of your mat. Tailbone reaching back. Let's get a little core work here, a little balancing challenge. Reach your right arm forward, palm facing in, and stretch your left leg back. This might feel a little wobbly, so find those nice core muscles and basically all of your muscles. Same thing, you got to squeeze them towards the bone, and then the tighter you make your body, the easier it is to hold yourself up. So if you imagine, like, if you've ever carried a sleeping person, they're like dead weight, super heavy. But somebody that is awake, maybe they could jump on your back, piggyback ride, no problem. So same thing, you're just helping yourself out. Squeeze your muscles in. One big breath. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Pause. Feel that sensation. And we'll take it to the other side. So left arm forward, palm facing in. Stretch your right leg back, kick through your heel. So imagine that you could get your hand, your shoulder, your hip, and your heel all in one line, and then try to parallel that line to the ground. Lots of wobbling here, your little stabilizing muscles working super hard. So even though you're not moving, not a whole lot is happening, this is really great work, really strengthening for the core. One more big round of breath, you got this. Kick through your heels, stretch your arm, and then place your left hand down and your right knee down. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Nice stretch for the abdominal muscles after the work there, that might feel really good. Exhale, cat, tuck and round. If you want, you can stick your toes into the mat, get a little extra stretch for your feet. See if you can bring your chin in and really poof up that little space between your shoulder blades. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze, tuck your toes for this one. And exhale for cat, tuck and round. So really chin to chest, see if you can get that compression, really hike up your belly towards your spine. Neutral spine, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Yeah, good. And you can bend your knees a few times here. Shake your head out. Make sure your jaw is soft. Your brow is unfurrowed. And you want to check out your hands. So your hands should be shoulder width. Spread your palms nice and wide. Feet are hip width distance. Bend your knees a lot and then shoot your tailbone up to the sky. It's going to allow you to press your chest towards your thighs. So you're looking to lengthen the spine here. And if you want, you can start to bring your heels towards the mat, but they don't really ever have to touch. I like to keep my knees bent. It's really just up to you. Everybody's anatomy is a little different, so you want to do what feels best for you. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Shake out your head. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, walk forward to the top of your mat. Feet hip width distance. Grab for opposite elbows and allow your body to dangle here. Nice and heavy. Head is really heavy here, so you're using the weight of your head and gravity to traction your spine. Bent knees will allow you to rest your belly on your thighs and allow you to get the stretch up into your spine as well. So not just for the hamstrings, you want to feel it in your back too. Bring your fingertips to the ground, toe heel your feet to touch. Tuck your chin to your chest and inhale, round up to standing. Easy does it, take your time. Shoulders, head, neck are last. Shrug your shoulders up and back and then bring your hands together at your chest. Now that we've brought the energy up to standing, things have changed. You might notice some kind of change in sensation here. So if you can find your feet, really push your heels down into the ground. Spread your feet nice and wide. Engage your thighs. Lift your chest towards your thumbs. Top of your head stretching up towards the ceiling. And I love this idea of trying to find balance by stacking the bones. There's this book called The Subtle Anatomy of Yoga, and it's about kind of how you can use your structure to get a little bit deeper into your practice. There's this idea that you have actually 3 sets of heels. So you have your heels at the base of your posture, your calcaneus, strongest bone in the body. Makes sense because we're constantly kind of pounding them into the ground. And then right over that are your ischial tuberosities, your sit bones. So those are your second pair of heels. So imagine that you could float those right over your feet, your heels, your feet heels. And then coming up to your head, you have your occipital condyles, these two little knobby bits at the base of your skull, and you might even be able to feel them. You can palpate yourself if you want to. So you have your head heels, your hip heels, and your feet heels. And then imagine that you could kind of stack all those little points on top of each other. There may be a gentle sway side to side. Engage your thighs. Push your feet into the ground and lengthen your spine. Slowly flutter your eyes open. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, eagle arms. Bring your right arm underneath your left. Remember, you can grab for your shoulders, no problem. Or wrap for your palms. Now take your right foot and cross your ankle over your left foot. So your legs, your ankles are crossed and your arms are crossed. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, fold forward. Keep your chin away from your chest so your spine is long for this one. Hips back, chest forward. And then you're just bringing your body down to where you can feel the stretch through the back of your arms. So this might be a little or a lot. Just allow the weight of your forearms to get a little more space to the back of your shoulders. And then we'll slowly come up. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Uncross your feet, so feel neutral first. And then now left ankle crosses over your right leg. Wrap your left arm under. You can grab for your shoulders or cross for your ribs. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, folding forward. So coming down with a long spine, chin away from your chest. I'm just going down as low as you want to. So you might not come down very far. That's not a problem. You just want to feel the sensation. A little bit of a balance challenge. You're also opening up the back of your thighs and the outer hips. Nice. Inhale slowly. Take it easy. Come all the way up. Reach your arms up. Uncross your feet. Relax your arms and breathe. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. All right, let's salute the sun. Inhale from mountain pose. Reach your arms up over your head. You can press your palms, or you could keep your arms shoulder width. Keep your feet nice and firm into the ground as you stretch your arms up, so you're pulling the energy from your legs up into your body. Take a big breath in. Same thing like when we were kneeling. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Pull your left hip back in line. Feel that open space across the chest. Belly button squeezes in nice and tall in your chest. Inhale, come back to center so your legs stay nice and solid. They don't move. Try to keep them carved in stone. Exhale, twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Yeah, good. So nice opening across the chest. Lots of range of motion through the shoulders today. Keep your legs solid. Right hip pulls back. Inhale, reach up, arms up over your head. Exhale, find your supported back bend. So hands come to your low back. Lift your chest and arch your body back. If there's another back bend variation that you prefer to practice, I'm totally fine with that. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale to reach your arms up over your head, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, hands down to the ground. You can bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the floor. Shake your head out, let your jaw be soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your shins. Look down at the top of your mat. So this is a lot like tabletop, but you're just standing now. So imagine top of your head, your tailbone stretching away from each other. Belly button squeezes in. You're pulling the muscle towards the bone. Full breath. Exhale, high plank pose, top of a push-up, shoulders over wrists. So stack your shoulders over your wrists. High plank is a very engaged pose. You got to squeeze everything in. Get nice and tight here. Lower your knees to the ground, tabletop position. Make sure your hips are right over your knees, shoulders right over your wrists. Inhale for cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale for cat. Press the mat away from you. Toes together, knees out to the side. child's pose. Hips to heels, hands forward. You could also keep your hips up if that's better for your knees. On your next inhale, come forward into tabletop position. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Hips go high to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Kind of wrap your shoulders back into the socket. Get nice and long through the side waist. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Come on up with your breath. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. It's going to go a little bit quicker, moving with your breath. Inhale, reach up, mountain. Keep your hips forward. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend, your choice. Take a round of breath here. Make sure you're inviting the space across your chest. On your next inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold, hands come down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins. Exhale, high plank pose, hold onto it. Such a great core strength builder. Breath in, breath out. Lower your knees to the ground, tabletop. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Toes together, knees out to the side. Child's pose, just one round of breath. On your next inhale, come forward to tabletop. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. So this repetitive motion, inhale, halfway lift, helps to build heat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. We're just finding a moving meditation. Exhale, hands to chest. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Keep your hips forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist left. Yeah, beautiful, you guys. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. You can support your hands on your hips. Inhale to reach, mountain. Exhale, fold, hands come down. So you're just riding the wave of your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Hold on to it. You got this. Squeeze the muscle towards the bone. Lower your knees to the ground, tabletop. Inhale for cow pose. And exhale for cat. Press it back to child's pose, or you can keep your hips up. Pausing here for a round of breath. Let that settle. Coming back to your downward facing dog. Hips go high to the sky. Inhale, breathe. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. We're going to build a little flow, nice and easy. Inhale your right leg high, stretch it up and back. See if you can even out your hip. So if your right hip is flying up, see if you can flex your right toes towards the ground and kick through your heels. You're trying to roll your right hip down so it's still in line with your left hip. The reason we even out the hips is that it allows a stable base for the spine, so the spine doesn't kind of torque out of alignment. So kicking through your heel, take a big breath in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, chin to chest. So squeeze it in just one time. Really hike up your shin towards your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog, stretch it back. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your right foot between your hands. If you have blocks and you want to bring blocks on either side of your foot, you can do that. Lower your left knee down to the ground. Inhale for crescent moon. Reach your arms up. So this is another place if you want to give yourself a little extra support for your knee, you can fold your mat in half. Just a little extra cushion there. Or you could always use a towel or a blanket if you have one of those handy. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. So we're doing this movement a lot. We're trying to open up the chest, trying to bring some mobility to the tissues of the rib cage, and trying to get some compression through the abdominal wall and the entire spine. Imagine you can pull your right hand a little further away from your left hand. And now keeping the twist in your torso, on your next inhale, exalt. So bring your right arm down and your left arm up. I like to try to grab for my left hip with my right hand. You could just allow your right hand to relax down. And then trying to stretch a little space, so whole left side body opening up here. Full breath in, full breath out. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Exhale, plant your hands on the ground, frame your right foot. Tuck your back toes, come up off your back knee. So coming back into your low lunge. If you need to scoot your heel back a little bit, bring some more length into your leg. And then check out your footing. You want your right knee over your right ankle. Kick back with your left heel, and your inner thighs are squeezing towards each other. So you're kind of scissoring your thighs together, nice and strong with your legs. Keep your left hand down. Inhale your right arm up, open to the side. So strong legs, keep your abdominals engaged. Really reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Full breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Coming up into warrior two, spin your back heel down, lift your chest. Nice big breath in. Go ahead and take a moment or two to bend in and out of your front leg. So check out your right foot. Your right foot is parallel to your mat. Your back foot is 45 degrees. And then you want to bend into your lunge so that you can get your right knee to sink over your right ankle. You want to squeeze your inner thighs, feel a nice strong action through your legs. So your legs are holding you up. Your legs are going to stay right here for the next three postures. So warrior two, fingertips stretching away from each other. Look right over your front hand. Big breath in. Exhale, side angle. Right arm down, left arm up. You can use your elbow against your knee for a deeper rotation. You can use your elbow on your thigh for a little more support, but you've got to squeeze your core a lot here. So stay really engaged through the torso. Nice, yeah, super strong. Looks awesome, you guys. Legs stay just like this. Hold on to it. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bring your right arm up and back. Slide your left hand down your back thigh. Sink back into your lunge. Keep your knee over your ankle the best you can. Nice. Now straighten your front leg. Now you're in reverse triangle. Feel the length from the tip of your toe all the way up to your fingertips. Nice big open space, all right side body. Nice. Arms come out like a T. Point your right toes in. Lift your chest. So now you're facing the left side of your mat. Full breath in. Exhale, fold forward at your waist. Chin away from your chest. Nice and long with your spine. Good. Yeah. Fingertips to the ground. So bring your hands right underneath your shoulders and then shift forward so that the weight is in your toes. From here, allow your torso to drape down. And it might feel better for you to keep the support of your hands on the ground. If you want to make this a little more active, see if you can grab for the outside of your ankles, maybe your heels. Try to pull your torso through your thighs. Maybe one day touch your forehead to the floor. And rolling your shoulders up and back. Create a little more length in the neck. Hips up. Weight forward into the toes. Keep breathing here. Release whatever grip you have. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. So you're going to bend your left knee. You can keep your hands on the ground or just kind of lunge a little bit to the side. If you want to come down all the way, rotate so that your right toes are facing the ceiling. You're kicking through your heel, really big stretch for the inner arm. And then placing your hands towards your chest. If your spine is rounding here, lift your chest forward and lengthen. Compress your palms, so always okay to keep the support of your hands. It's a big one for the hips. Keep breathing. Yeah, nice, good. And then hands on the ground, lift your hips. Walk your hands all the way to the front of your mat, low lunge. Inhale for three-legged dog, kick your right leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale your left leg high, three-legged dog. Flex your foot towards the ground, kick through your heel, try to roll your left shoulder down. Make sure your hips are even, so check it out. If your left hip is flying up, see if you can rotate, so you're trying to wrangle it back. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. So squeeze your belly button up towards your spine, really rounding your spine here. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your left foot between your hands. Take a couple steps if you need to, and then lower your right knee down to the ground. Inhale to reach your arms up over your head. Make sure your hips are even. So maybe your left hip is forward, you gotta pull it back. Make sure your left knee is over your ankle. Engage your thighs. Pinky fingers spin in. So bring your awareness to your hips. Imagine your hips are gonna stay pointed forward, directly forward towards the front of your mat. Exhale, twist to the left. Left arm forward, right arm back. So notice your right hip wants to follow. You gotta kind of pull it back a little bit. So you're in control here. Stretch your arms away from each other. Look back a little bit more. And then find the exalt. Bring your left hand down and your right arm up. So you can bring your left hand anywhere that feels comfortable. This is a big balance challenge, so wobbling, totally normal. Make your legs nice and strong. Keep your breath calm. One more inhale, such a big stretch. Right side body lengthening. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, frame your foot. Coming back into your low lunge, so tuck your back toes, come up off your back knee, wiggle your heel back. Make sure you have enough space between your legs. Inhale keep your right hand down. Inhale your left arm up, twisting open to the side. So finding your inner thighs, squeezing them towards each other. So lots of twisting in classes is so good for your digestion. You're also helping kind of squeeze through any metabolic waste, any impurities. Full breath in. Exhale your left hand down. Coming up into warrior two, spin your back heel down, lift your chest. Bend in and out of your front knee a few times. Check out your feet so you can always adjust your feet. Left foot is parallel to your mat, back foot 45 degrees. Get low into your front lunge so that you can sink your knee over your ankle. Reach your arms away from each other the best you can. So notice the legs. See if you can keep them just like this. This is the first of our 3 lunging postures. Big breath in. Exhale, side angle. So left arm down, right arm up. So the legs stay the same. We're just moving the arms and the torso. Abdominals are super engaged. Arms are stretching apart. Remember, you can use your elbow for support or press it against your knee if you want to rotate a little bit deeper. Remember the legs, keep them the same. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch your left arm up and back. Right hand can slide down or wrap around for a half bind. I know your left leg is talking to you. Sit down one more time. And then straighten your front leg. That should feel real nice. Big stretch from the tip of your toe all the way to your finger. Lengthen the whole left side. Nice. Bring your arms out like a T. Rotate your left toes in. Lift your chest, and then folding forward at your waist. Nice and easy. Hands come to the ground first, so that you can shift the weight forward into the toes, and then you can allow your body to drape down. On this side, you might want to grab for opposite elbows, just take a little more passive variation. You could do the same active variation as well if you want to grab for your heels. Try to pull your torso through your thighs. So it just kind of depends on what you feel like you're needing right now. Usually your body will tell you what it wants. Just go ahead and listen to that. Nice and calm with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Tense your fingertips in front of your face. Skandasana to the right. So you're going to the back of your mat. Bend your right knee. And this can be just a little. You could come like this. Keep your chest forward. Or you could come down a lot. Rotate so that your left heel is on the mat. Your left toes towards your face. Press your palms together. And if you notice your back is rounding, lift your chest. You can gaze anywhere that you feel good, where your neck feels comfortable. Take another breath here. Big opener for the hips. Bring your hands to the mat, lift your hips, and then walk yourself to a low lunge, front of the room. Inhale for a three-legged dog. Kick your left leg up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Coming down to the mat, so you can come down through tabletop position, bring your knees to the ground, sitting back on your heels, and then swing your legs out long in front of you. So we have a few options in the forward fold here. If you would like to practice butterfly, you can bring your feet together and your knees out wide. So similar to when we started class, if you want to put some pillows, I have blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use hardback books. You could also use any kind of couch cushion or pillow that you have lying around. So this support is to allow the muscles to relax so that you can get the stretch down into the ligaments, into the connective tissue. So the yin postures are just a little bit of a different intention. If you want the more active variation, you can choose not to use props. It's totally fine, just your choice. And by active, I mean you will feel some stretch. It's a little more sensation than the restorative shape. Reach your arms up over your head and exhale, folding forward. So a few options here. If you have any sensitivity in your back, I recommend you keeping your arms long and your chest lifted, chin parallel to the ground. This is keeping you from kind of pushing on those little discs in between the back that kind of stick out. So you want to make sure that you're being careful there. So either with a long spine like this, or if you're feeling really welcomed and invited, you can round forward. Some people like to bring kind of bolsters and props, and you could lie down and make yourself really comfortable. So this posture can be practiced in probably a million different ways, just depending on you. So decide what you want to feel here, and we'll settle in for a few breaths. So the beautiful part of this practice is there's not a ton of shapes. I mean, there are definitely a lot of shapes, but the shapes are the same. They've been the same for thousands and thousands of years. It just kind of depends on your intention behind it. So are you trying to strengthen the muscle, or are you trying to lengthen the connective tissue? Are you trying to energize your body, or are you trying to support repair? So it's all available. You get to kind of make your own magic recipe. Notice if you have any tension around the eyes. Soften the eyes, the jaw, the brow. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your chest. And this is a beautiful posture for several reasons. One good reason is it's really helpful for lengthening the muscles of the low back, or decompressing the low back. All of these muscles and tissues that are connected to the inner thighs also wrap up and connect to the spine. So by getting some length to the inner legs, you're also helping to lengthen the back as well. And just take another breath here. And as you exhale, see if you can melt just slightly deeper into the shape. Walking your hands back towards you. Bring your hands behind you, heels into the ground. And just take a couple windshield wiper movements with the legs, bringing some blood flow after the stillness to the tissues. And we're going to come all the way down to our backs. If you would like, we're going to take a supine twist. It might be nice to have a bolster or pillow handy. So once you have yourself lying on the ground, just gather your knees into your chest. Tuck your chin. Feel the length through your spine. Shrug your shoulders down. Roll your hips down. And we'll take the knees over to the left side. So if you would like the support of a bolster, you could use it underneath your left leg. Sometimes it feels nice to put it in between your legs. And then another option is sometimes it feels nice to put it on top of your legs. So once again, you just get to choose the most amazing thing for you in this moment. Might not be the same thing every time. With your arms, you could rest them wherever they feel comfortable. Maybe cactus your arms. Gaze can be up at the ceiling. You could look over your right shoulder. Maybe explore looking over your left shoulder. So one might feel better than the other. Find your sweet spot, settle in, and bring your awareness to your breath. Just imagine that you're letting go. If you're closing down your eyes, you might even imagine that you're floating. Just feeling this weightlessness as your body drifts, just relaxing into the pose. Notice if there's any place that feels like it's gripping or holding on. See if you can relax that area. See if you can let go just a little bit. And we'll bring the knees back to center. Take a couple of breaths in the middle just to neutralize your spine. And then taking the twist to the other side. So you can use your prop if you'd like, or no prop, no problem. Option 2, bring it underneath your knees, in between, or on top. Then you choose what you'd like to do with your arms. You choose the direction you'd like to turn your head. And it might be different than it was on the other side. That's okay. And then just scanning your body for little tiny places that can release. Maybe somewhere around your eyes, cheeks. Finishing our practice with this nice kind of receptive twist. Did a lot of twisting in practice. So this kind of wringing out of your body, squeezing of the tissues, helping to move through impurities, stagnant energy, metabolic waste, helping to pump healthy blood flow into the tissues, synovial fluid. So even though we're holding still, there's a lot happening on the inside. So we're creating compression. And when you release, maybe you can notice the sensation of fluid returning. And just stay here for another full round of breath. See if you can let something go. Taking your knees into your chest for the final time. Give yourself a nice big squeeze, big compression. Thank your amazing body for getting up and practicing yoga. And exhale into your final Shavasana. Legs long, arms long. If you need anything, if you need water, if you need a sweatshirt or a blanket, sometimes it's nice to put something underneath the knees. So if you want to add support there. And then finding ourselves in the final resting position, Shavasana. So this is where your body gets to absorb all of that work. And then you may notice the area of the hips, the abdominals. Maybe there's a tingling somewhere. And we'll finish class with one final breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Just letting your body letting your body rest here. We'll stay here for just a couple of minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. If you would like to stay in Shavasana longer, you are welcome to just end the meeting now and just kind of drift off into your meditation. If you'd like to stay for the closing, then go ahead and just stay right here. If you are leaving, thank you. Have a wonderful day. And just follow your breath. And if you would like to stay here longer, you're more than welcome. If you're ready to start to bring some movement into your body, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And you're rolling your head from side to side, massaging the back of your skull. And then rolling yourself over to whatever side feels comfortable and just resting there in fetal pose for a breath or two. And then pressing yourself up into a seat. Remember, if sitting on something is best for you, then go ahead and find your prop. And then sitting with your legs crossed and your eyes closed. Just allowing your hands to rest on your lap. And just reminding yourself of when you first started your practice, when you first began, this same sitting pose. Like, how is it different? Maybe a physical change, or maybe you notice something more energetic or mental. So yoga takes care of all those things. Bring your hands together at your chest, Anjali Mudra, the mudra for balance. Reminding ourselves that our yoga practice serves to kind of blend the extremes. So the right and left hemispheres of our brains, the light and dark aspects of ourselves. So all is welcome here. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to practice with me. It's always an honor to guide you. I'm going to keep the room open. If anybody has questions or feedback, I am very happy to hear it. I hope you have an amazing day. Namaste.